G'day, here I am visiting Warhope from all the way from Yarrawonga. It's probably about a 7-hour drive. What we're going to do this afternoon is make a very simple dry fried honey stir fried chicken, right? A little bit of chilli involved. Now, I know you're sort of like having a look down here on the bench, and there is a plastic bag free of charge, and I have some chicken thigh fillets, and with those all I've done is something very simple. I've put half a cup or a quarter of a cup of plain flour, and I've mixed what I call staples, and that is onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, salt and pepper, and also a little bit of chili powder. That's it. And what we've done, we've closed the bag and we've given it a bit of a shuffle and we've coated that chicken. Now you can cook that chicken straight away. You can fry it, you can put it on the barbie, don't matter. I'm going to air fry it. A little bit of a spray, in the air fryer, 15 minutes, done. All right. Now part 2 of this recipe, very simple. You need a bowl. And in that bowl, I have put a very large tablespoon of the cheapest honey you can find, right? Doesn't matter. I've actually put about 2 tablespoons of Australian-owned Heinz tomato sauce. Next, the Chinese comes out to me, all right? Oyster sauce. Now, look, I'm not sure whether it comes from oysters or not, but we're gonna whack probably about, I'll say a tablespoon of the oyster sauce, not too much. I think that's soy. Tablespoon of that. In she goes, right? So this here, we are going to fry in a wok fry pan with some garlic, with some onion, 2-3 minutes. We're going to chop our chicken up, put it in, leave it in there for roughly 2 or 3 minutes, and you are going to sprinkle a few sesame seeds. Sorry about that, nearly forgot. Sprinkle a few sesame seeds and I caramba, you are going to have the chili, honey, Chinese, dry fried chicken all the way from Yarrawonga, Melbourne. You can eat that in Warhope, New South Wales. Cheers. And welcome back anyway. By the way, listen, what I've done, it may look pickled to you, but it's actually brine garlic. We've got that from one of our locals up here, super people out. Now you can put as much or as little garlic as you like, and we know the health benefits of garlic. But all I'm going to say is, apart from the wet mix that we've got, we're going to throw in, it doesn't matter if it's chunky, who cares? All right, this is all about taste, this recipe. We put the garlic in with the sauce, and we're going to chop up an onion, right? We'll get back to, I'll take you over to the stove in a couple of minutes, and I'll show you exactly what we do when we add the chicken. You won't believe how nice this is going to be. Look, we've had a lot of questions from a lot of people out there, how I do my onions. And the key to an onion, well, we all know this, there's plenty of layers in there, but watch this, right? We go, peeled it, we go bang. It's not bang, bang onion, but we go bang and bang. So it looks like you've cut it into quarters. And this sucker here, I'm going cutting in half, right? But check this out, look at the layers of this onion. I just pull it apart, doesn't matter what knife you've got. And you all know, every time you've been to a Chinese restaurant, you get these beautiful, big, small bits of onion. That's the key to it, right? Break it up just that tiny little bit, and you have bang flavour.
Mark, did you say small, big bits of onions?
Yes, there's a combination of the bigger and the smaller, which we often refer to in the cooking trade as small, big bits.
Thanks for clearing that up, Mark.
You're welcome. Hey viewers, time to put the chicken in. Look, many different air fryers out there. This is a Teflon non-stick coating. I've always questioned, if it's non-stick, how do they get the Teflon to stick to the pan? I'm not sure. Anyway, what I use is the cheapest thing I've got. Light little spray. In that, the chicken we prepared earlier. Like this stuff, dry coated, bang. Well, I won't say bang, I'll say gentle, right? Now there's 2 larger pieces of the thigh fillet and 2 smaller. Now it doesn't matter if there's a little bit of overlap. Now this is dry and it is pretty healthy. And who cares if there's a little bit on top of each other? But I'll grab that spray again. I'll give it another all the way over. Over to the air fryer. In she goes. Press play. 185. Start away. And we're on for 17 minutes. Can flip it if you want.
What were those figures again, Mark?
Well, we're on 285 and we can roughly 17 minutes. You can flip if you like. Now this chicken, after she's cooked, or he's cooked, or they're cooked, we can wrap it in a bit of foil, right? Because that goes in later after we chop it up. Don't. Okay. Responsible drinking, pretty keen on that. G'day, welcome back. Down here we've got, look, we need some tin foil because the chicken we can prepare a little earlier. And what we do out of the air fryer. Now this has been in here for 16 minutes. Have a look at that. Like it looks delish, right? Now, even if it's a little undercooked, fine, no problemo, right? So these pieces here, we're gonna chop up. Now you can serve this in a wrap right now. You're talking flavour, health, delicious. Actually, there's a tiny little bit that just broke off. And I am going to, hello, there it is. That, the cameraman wants some. That is so simple. 6 little herbs and spices, no troubles at all. Cooked in the air fryer. We'll chop it up and we'll mix it with that honey mix and a bit of chilli. And you are going to have serve it with rice. We're having cauliflower rice. Apparently, we're all on a health kick at the moment. Well, we're not really. But there it is. You have done that chicken, whack it in a wrap, whack it in a sandwich. I use it days and days after. And for $10, you have fresh chicken. So what I'm doing here, and look, thanks for hanging around. What we're going to do, we're going to hit this up. I've got a wok here, and I normally use a fry pan. Pretty happy with a spray oil. It doesn't need to be loaded up. I give it a little coat, and what I did, as you saw earlier, the onions, I did them the Chinese way. So we have like big chunks, little pieces. You need body in onion. If you mash it up, no good, right? Look, hot, cold, who cares? Just get it in there. Onions in, medium heat, bang. All we need, get a bit of heat on. Simple. Right, I'm trying to get this pan hot. And all I want those onions to do is be hot and crunchy. Some people say translucent, right, our mixture of honey, Worcestershire, sriracha, whatever, in she goes. Now what we're doing here, we're letting it reduce. It's pretty simple, not rocket science. Okay, let it go 2 minutes. Here's the chicken that we cooked in the air fryer, and we've got it cooked just right. And I'm just chopping up into bite-sized pieces. They're pretty simple. Look, you can put the whole lot in. It doesn't really matter. So yeah, chopped up indiscriminately. Keep going there, Ray. So what we've done, we've got that simmering. This is our honey mixture, only for like a minute or so. And we're just going to drop this chicken in. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Okay, right away, I'm not eating this right now, but all I'm doing is wrapping that honey juicy sauce with those onions around that cooked chicken just for let's just say a minute, right? Doesn't even have to be a minute. Okay, next up, sesame seeds, right? Doesn't look like much, but boy does it add to the flavour, right? I'm sprinkling those suckers all the way over. Have a look at that. Heat off, right? Let that just settle, everything absorbs, and we're going to serve it tonight, not with rice, but with cauliflower rice. Oh yeah, it's going to be all right. Here we are. Here goes the cauliflower rice. Been in the microwave for just 8 minutes, and look, it's a healthy option to conventional rice. Now over here it comes, out of the way rice. Look at this, right? This is a chili, honey, dried chicken fried, delicious, healthy meal. And hang on, just hang on, because I am going to, just bear with me, hang in there. I just cannot wait, and I'm going to right now have a taste of this for you guys. Look, I've got a tiny little bit of chicken. I've got the cauliflower rice. She's going to be hot. Oh my goodness. I would pay money for that. Fantastic. Thanks. I'll see you later, viewers. And I'm looking forward to seeing you on my next journey, my food journey. See you next time. Thanks.